It's 1 o'clock.
I hear nothing.
You don't hear anything?
Nada.
You don't hear
No.
anything? What did you say? It's Saturday.
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 Saturday. Yay. It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
It's a beautiful Saturday,
It
too.
is beautiful.
Oh
It's
my
kind of chilly, but it's beautiful.
Well, wait. We were supposed to have a winter storm. Weren't we supposed to get 18 inches of snow Friday and Saturday? Didn't you hear about that big old
No,
storm?
I didn't hear about that, and I'm so upset that you're going to inform me about it.
We were supposed to get snow.
I don't want to hear that cuss word.
Come on, it's April.
I don't want to hear
In
the
honor
four-letter
of
word.
Prince, we have to have some April snow.
Why?
Because sometimes it snows in April.
Okay, just in honor of Prince.
I think it missed us. That little dusting we got the other morning
That was amazing too, because the very next day it was really nice.
It was beautiful.
I like that.
You know,
Thanks
it's
a
real
lot.
important that
Oh,
you
that's
subscribe
a
to the
coffee shop.
channel
Yes.
and click on the notification.
I was at the coffee shop and they were telling me that that we were going to get 67 degrees
67
at
degrees.
2 o'clock. I think it was it Friday?
Mm-hmm.
So I went home and went to bed and woke up at 1:30.
In hopes for the 67
It was
degrees.
beautiful.
It was awesome.
Because, I mean, it was gloomy. I mean, it was 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was really gloomy and gray.
Yeah,
And
right.
it was cold.
It was.
It was cold.
And by the end of the day,
And they said it was going to be 67.
it
and I
got
said,
better and better and better and better and better and better.
I know how
Like
I can fix
life.
this. Yeah, I know how I can fix
Yes.
this. So how'd your week go?
It went pleasant.
Pleasant, unusual, pleasant, or pleasant?
Pleasant, I'ma say. For some reason, I don't remember any of my days anymore. I must be just living in a moment.
I feel your pain.
Is that a painful?
Well, I guess it's not necessarily a pain for you, but maybe for other people around you.
Oh my God, probably. Because I plumb forgot a whole lot of important stuff on yesterday. But I got reminded and I was able to do all the things that I needed to do.
And you did them?
One of them, anyway.
What was that?
I went and judged for the poetry part of the AXO local competition.
Well, how'd it go?
It went wonderful.
You know, I had a conversation with Ella,
You did?
and she was trying to figure out how to recruit more kids,
Okay.
to get more kids. And you know, we've had this conversation sitting here.
Yes.
And the same conversation took place, 8th graders. You know, you got to take the kids
Yes.
that are a year away from
Right.
being able to compete down to Detroit,
Right.
and that is her goal.
Yes.
I think she's got a lofty goal.
I think we should do 7th and 8th graders.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
So we need to, I guess, reach out to our elementary school teachers, our elementary school principals, to
You know what?
soften them and prep them for this call from Miss Ella Green.
You know what? I would love to be that spokesperson to go into the schools.
She would love to have you.
I need to talk.
Did you talk to her at all about
I
that?
didn't talk about that to her because I was rushing in and rushing out.
She's a one-man show.
Well,
You know, and she could,
I don't necessarily think it's because they wanted to.
No, I understand that, but
I
I mean,
do.
any help she could get,
Wait a
she'd
minute.
appreciate. You know. I don't know what that means. So just hit tag and hope for the best.
They're gonna be so mad at me if I did that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see what that meant.
Yeah, see what happens. See who yells at you first. That being said, I want to remind you guys you're listening to WFOV 92.1 LPFM
Oh,
Flint, Our Voices
Wait.
Radio. We're a community service of Flint Odyssey House, and we're determined to make a difference, but we need you to too. So if your organization, group, church, club, man, even your family, if you guys are doing things in the city of Flint that is for the betterment of the city and the people within the city, you guys let us know. 810-259-9789. You can also hit us up on our Facebook or YouTube, whatever it takes. We want your story to share with the community, whether it's a cookout, whether you guys are gearing up for Juneteenth this year like the rest of the city is, or a social. Maybe it's an anniversary. Let us know. 810-259-9789. 8-9.
Can we go back to the Ella Green thing?
I think we should.
Okay, so they do still have an opportunity to have another competition.
Uh-huh.
So if there's anybody out there that is interested in competing,
Okay.
I'm going to give you some of the categories.
Well, see, when you say competing like that, it sounds scarier than what it is.
Oh, it's not as okay. What to put
I mean,
it?
it just sounds like you could almost fail.
Oh my God,
because
you
you're
could,
competing.
and you cannot fail. The experience alone
Validates the whole thing.
validate that. If you never put your foot on stage just to go to view what's happening,
I agree.
is magnanimous. Say the word I'm trying to say.
Magnificent.
Yes. Okay, that's the word I was
Pretty
using.
darn good.
Pretty darn good. So, some of the areas is STEM, and under the STEM you have architecture,
Okay.
biology and microbiology, chemistry and biochemistry, computer science, earth and space sciences.
So what would these look like? These would look like science projects from high school?
Some of them are projects from high school. Some of them are experiments.
Uh-huh.
And again, the mathematics, medical and health, and physics.
Okay.
So again, some people are actually writing essays on their hypothesis. Some people have done experiments. Some people have done like science projects. So it's a lot of different ways that you can compete. The other category is humanities, and that consists of music, composition, original essay, playwriting, poetry written, and a short story. You have business and the entrepreneur side of it.
Okay.
Then you have culinary arts. Then you have the performing
Wait, can
arts.
I judge the culinary arts? Can I judge that one? They gotta like cook a turkey or something, don't they?
I don't know what they just have to cook something. I do believe
I hope it's something, a lot of something.
a whole lot of something sweet
judge that
and
one, yeah.
savory and all of the above. Then you also have the performing arts, which is consists of ballet, dance, contemporary dance, modern dance, traditional dance, dramatics, musical instrumental, classical, music instrument, contemporary, vocal classical, contemporary vocal. Then you have your oratory and poetry performances. You also have the visual arts, which is drawing, filmmaking, painting, photography, and sculpturing. And the people who qualify for these competitions is anybody from the grade 9th grade to 12th grade.
Nice.
And it is amazing event. This year it's in the Nationals is in Detroit, Michigan, right around the corner. So if we can get anybody that is interested to come out and get some more information, give them the
Yeah,
this
then call
number.
810-259-9789 or, of course, 810-239-2901.
Okay, sounds
Right,
good.
right.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
yeah.
I got to give a shout-out to my brother,
Okay,
Kevin Brown.
okay.
Kevin Brown. This guy has been, I need to put him on retainer. You know, I
Why?
got all these weird cars, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's my tow truck guy.
Oh, I thought you had him on retainer.
I do have him on retainer. He just doesn't know it.
Oh.
Now he knows it. And he just texted me and said he's out back with the last of my weekly tows.
Oh, wow.
Had to go get my baby from out in Grand Blanc. I just couldn't
Finally.
get it started. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull it in the driveway. I'm gonna have him put it in front of the garden. over
So, are you going to send for the guy to come out and doctor on it? Or
You
are you
know,
going to ship it to the guy? What's going to
there.
happen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It might be cheaper for me to just send him up here.
Yes.
But he doesn't have his goodies, and all the tools that he needs.
Well,
and
so
stuff.
maybe you should pay for him to come. Let him drive his goodies with him.
I thought about that too, but he's a lot more expensive than I am. His hourly rate is probably triple of mine. So it's just not cost effective. But problem is my towing vehicle got totaled.
What?
The truck, my truck got totaled. So
Oh, yeah, that's
stuff
right.
that I would be doing myself, I can't do anymore.
Right.
So the plan was to, tow it down and have him take care of it. Dr. Frankenstein fixed up the monster.
Right.
But that's not happening. So I got to do some juggling. I think I'm going to have to get another.
Hey, I just want to shout out some people for their birthday.
Can you do that?
Can I?
As long as they're famous, as long as they're from Flint, and as long as I like them as well.
Okay, well,
I'll let you do that while
it's like three people, so they are from Flint, and they're famous to me.
Well, do it slow.
And I don't know if you like them or not.
I like everybody.
Okay, so I want to shout out to Talisha Berry.
Except for her.
And say happy birthday, girl. Woo, woo, woo. Milestone in the house. I want to say happy birthday to Felita Keith, all the way in Arkansas. Hey, girl. Okay. Happy birthday. And the one and only John Connor. Woo, woo, woo. Happy birthday.
Now, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. I like John. I like Talia, too, man.
Okay, well, good.
I don't know the other one.
You don't know the other one.
Nice enough?
She's very... If you like the two of them, they're all born on the same day.
That's true.
So you would have to like her as well.
My first clue is, do they like you?
Obviously, they like
So
me.
if they like you, they're all right in my
That's
book.
right.
They're all right in my book.
Yeah.
So, I was trying to find something to talk about.
Yeah. What did you find?
I Googled it.
Oh, what did you Google?
I said, I need something to talk about.
And then something, you just says, I need something to talk about.
I need something to talk about.
And it went, poof.
And it said, who? What do you want to talk about? And it was sex. But I kept scrolling down. And it got better. So it gave me a list of the top 20 conversation starters.
Oh, and what is one?
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend like I'm not reading this from a list. And
okay.
This is just popping off
the top of your head.
The top of my head. Hey, Donna, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm great. Listen, if you could pick any character from a book, a movie, or television to best describe yourself, who would you choose?
I would say I would be Whitley from A Different World.
Only 2 people know about her. Why would you be Whitley from A Different World?
I have no idea. When I was younger, that was she. I just loved her character.
But she was so bougie.
I know. But she was and she wasn't.
This is true.
So she had a bougie with a down to earth.
Well, I think they schooled her because she came 100% bougie.
She did.
And it wasn't until she was hanging out with some usses.
Yes.
That she got woketed.
Well, maybe that's my life in
your journey.
Maybe so. Or I would love to have been Josephine Baker.
Wow.
Yes.
That's horribly exciting.
That's what I thought.
She went through a bunch.
But she had fun doing it. That's my thing, is that she did what she wanted to do.
She did what she had to do.
She did what she wanted to do. Then I would like to have been...
Is there a limit to this? How many are you allowed?
I don't know. I think it's unlimited because
I
think...
movie, television, so you can do 3.
A book. I'm not sure at this moment. Oh, Napoleon Hill. I would love to have Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
Yes.
You like that, huh?
Love it.
Why not Les Brown?
I love Les Brown. I mean, the list could go on forever and ever and ever and ever. There are so many people that inspire me. I listen to Les Brown all the time. I listen to Abraham Hicks. I listen to Lisa Nichols. The list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Earl Nightingale, $300. Still.
Did you? Do you?
Yeah.
For what? What did you get from Earl?
Listen, I'm not even mad. I'm gonna pay this man because I got way more than $300 worth of stuff from him.
Oh my goodness!
And it was worth it.
Yes,
positive.
Yes.
It kept me going when I didn't think I could go.
Oh my God! And I encourage everybody, for the names that we just threw out there. Yeah. I think everybody should listen to them at least once a day. Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Vincent.
Diamonds in your own backyard.
Yes. Zig Ziglar. All of those people are amazing. Oh my God, Lisa Nichols, and the list goes on and on and on. And there are some contemporary people that are now that are coming up that I haven't gotten, I haven't listened to them enough to know who they are, but I hear them, hear, yeah, look into all of that.
Okay. Now we all had our fantasy jobs, I guess, when we were
Mm,
4, 5, 6. We thought what we were going to be was what we were going to be.
yeah.
What was your dream job when you were really conscious of what a job was?
Wow. I originally, well, my mother told me I was going to be the the first woman president of the United States of America.
Oh, America?
Of America.
America.
And yeah, but
Nice.
no, that was nothing that I was
Well, that
inspired.
was your mother. That's what your mother told you.
I wanted
That wasn't
I
you.
wanted to sing. I wanted to act. I wanted to dance. That was what I
But you
wanted
got to
do.
do that.
I did.
So
I
you got to do
did.
your dream job.
I did.
But it wasn't necessarily your first job.
No, my first job was working. I think I babysat it,
Okay.
and then I worked for the city doing the cleanups. For the summer jobs.
Okay.
Oh, and then I worked in the administration building of the education.
But you were singing the whole time in the bathroom.
Oh
right?
my God! My one teacher told me, he said, one day I'm gonna get you a stage, because that's all I did all day long in class was sing.
Nice. So, I guess did you satisfy that need for that dream job, or are you ready
No.
to do it some more?
I'm still ready to do some more.
So what's up?
I'm working. I just started with a new vocal coach, and he has got me doing some serious floor work. You hear what I'm saying? I'm
understand.
singing.
You-
Floor work.
So you can dance and sing at the same time?
No,
Keep your breath
I'm on
together?
the floor singing.
What's that for?
It is, I can't even explain it because that's his concept. And he was supposed to come today, but I forgot to give him the information on how to get here. I told you. My Friday was in so disarray.
You probably left it on the floor.
No, I didn't leave it on the floor.
So he's got you on the floor, on your back, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Lifting your legs and belting out C's and D's.
I
and
haven't gotten to the lifting of the legs yet. I'm just on the floor singing.
And you haven't grabbed this concept enough to explain it? I mean, what
I
the
just
purpose
did it
is?
one day. But yes, that's not my.
But you did it. The
I
fact
did
that you
it.
did it.
But you have to let the professional give you, and I can chime in on how it
See, you're
felt.
a little more trusting than I am.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I understand this is a concept and this
Yeah.
guy's got this theory, but I want to know kind of what you know and why you think me laying on my back and, bending my toes to the left is going to help me sing.
I'll tell you next week after I do my
Call
second
him
class.
now.
I don't know if he's going to listen.
No, don't call
I'm
him.
gonna call him right now.
Don't call him. I'm curious. You cut off all your folks if you call him. But
Okay,
I can wait till next week.
Okay.
Because I might want to lay on the floor. I got a good singing voice.
According to whom?
There's 3 of us in the world that believe it.
Well, you, yourself, and I. You and yourself and yourself.
You met us.
Oh.
I can tear it out. I can throw the shower up. Boy, I can clean up with that water
All
running.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Hit the right echo. But I
Right.
mean, if I can get better
Yes.
laying on the ground,
Mhm.
I'll lay on the ground.
Well, you have to have. See, that was the thing. I had some.
Talent.
I guess a little bit.
You can go ahead and say it. I'm not embarrassed.
No, they say anyone who can speak can sing. They just need to know how to execute.
Right.
Right.
Watch the TED Talk.
Which TED Talk did you watch?
Oh, it was a good nasty one.
I love TED Talks.
It was a beatboxer.
Okay.
They got it does all the noises with
I
his
know
mouth.
what a beatboxer is.
Well, somebody listening might not.
They know what a beatboxer is.
They put a vectorscope or whatever they call it through his nostril.
Really? To
So
figure
we
out
could see what
what
was
was
happening
happening.
to his vocal cords
Oh
when he
my
was
God.
making the different sounds.
Oh my God.
That's-
That was disgusting.
Yeah, but I pulled over and watched. I was on a drive and I was listening. TED Talks keep me alert when I'm driving.
Yes.
I don't really have to watch them. I can listen to them.
That
But
and the moth.
I pulled that one. I pulled over. I said,
Yeah.
"This I gotta see."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Interesting.
It was. It really was.
Wow.
So he had a talent. You got a talent, and you're saying that you don't have to have a talent. This guy will take talentless people and turn us into singing sensations.
Yes. That's how confident I am.
Church singing sensations or
And
American Idol singing sensations?
There is not really a difference. It's just the way it's the genre that you choose to flow in.
So you remembered that appointment?
Yeah, that was on a Wednesday. When it came to Friday, I must have just been spent. It's just so weird. Everything I was supposed to do on Friday did not come to my head until someone gave me a phone call. Are you coming? Blah, 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 blah. That is today.
Ooh.
And the crazy part about it, I was just calling
Wait.
out to the person.
You had a juicing thing last week, didn't you? Was it a juicing or a bicycle?
No.
I thought we talked about a bicycle event that
we
was
talked
coming up.
about the vending event.
Yes.
That didn't really go through, so we're starting over in the 29th.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
rescheduled.
Yeah, rescheduled.
I almost know your schedule better than you do.
Yeah, I need.
Don't
Am I
start.
hiring?
Don't start. Don't
You need
start.
to be my executive secretary.
You know, I want one. I don't need to be one. I want one. You got one for me? I'm hoping they work off meals and
All
maybe
right.
room and board or something like that.
Barter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put a roof over your house and some food in your stomach. You just have to do my bidding. How's that happen?
I don't know.
It doesn't happen like that.
No.
It does not.
No.
Man.
What's been going on? What's another one of your conversation starters?
Oh, wait. Let me find one. What was the highlight of your week?
AXO.
That just happened this morning.
Happened yesterday.
Oh, I was there this morning.
Oh, see, I was there yesterday.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you meet Hannah?
No, I didn't see Hannah.
Oh, Hannah was fabulous.
Oh.
I think she's 16.
Okay.
Artist.
Okay.
And one of those, I call it tedium artists.
Okay. No, the person that I judged, Kayla is her name. Poetry, amazing poet.
Really?
Amazing
like
poet.
woke poetry or flower poetry?
She does
or
everything.
Coming of age
Actually, she won
poetry?
second place last year
I
at
heard Mrs.
national.
Green talking about
Yeah,
her.
she won second place in nationals, and she did a poem about Flint,
About the water crisis. I
about the
imagine.
water crisis. Yes.
Uplifting or depressing?
It
Showing
was a
for
little bit of
hope?
both. Yes. Mhm.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, you know, I went to the Youth Got Talent event.
Oh, and how was that? You chuckled.
It was amazing.
Was it?
It really was. Ira Dayton Family Ira.
Yes.
He did a good job. And I know
Awesome.
the city was involved.
Uh-huh.
Billy, what's her last name? Mitchell, city Flint health officer,
Okay.
had some involvement in it.
Okay.
And it was wonderful. Other than the half-hour, 10-minute intermission, you know how they say
What?
we're gonna be back for we're gonna take
10
a
minutes?
we're gonna take a 5-minute intermission.
It would turn into an.
a half hour later.
Oh
You
wow.
can't sell enough popcorn in 5 minutes. I can do
It's
that.
true. Right,
you know?
right.
What tickled me the best is a kid. Well, there's two kids. There's the two-man group had his hype man with him, and he was singing about his granny.
Aw.
And his granny had passed.
Aw.
And this was a song about thank
Was
you, granny.
Was it a song or a rap?
It was a rap.
Okay.
It was a rap.
Mhm.
Thank you, granny. And then there's another young kid came out, and he must have been 8, 9.
Aw.
And at the end, they interviewed him, and he said, "You got anything you want to say?" He said, "Yeah, look for my CD to drop." said, boy, I don't think you can be dropping towards a nap.
Dropping right on the floor to sleep.
But they did excellent. They did so good that YouTube blocked the video worldwide.
What?
Worldwide, nobody can watch the video on YouTube.
Why?
Copyright infringement. The little girl sung an Adele song. She did a wonderful job.
Oh, wow.
And then another person, they did a couple covers, which
Oh.
which normally would flag it.
Okay.
And the music companies that flagged it would take the royalties from it.
Okay.
So if I was to get a penny every time everybody looked at it, well, I would no longer get that penny.
Okay.
They would.
Wow.
But no, they banned it worldwide. You can't even look at it and give them the penny.
Wow.
So we're going to work around it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to play it on Channel 17.
Oh, just can't get worldwide recognition that way, though.
It went live when it was live.
Oh, good.
So people were able to see it when it was live.
Awesome.
And if we edit out the cover stuff, we can probably play the original stuff or use it as a snippet or use it as an insert somewhere.
Okay.
But we're going to let people see these kids because they did a fabulous job.
Wonderful. Is this going to be an annual thing or what? Was it a one-time event?
I think so.
You think so? What?
I think
asked
no.
you two questions.
I think I'm answering the first one first.
Okay.
I'm thinking that it's always designed to be an annual.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as things happen,
Right.
it loses its priority
Right.
and or its funding.
So, in other words, what you're saying to me, that it would need its own committee.
Well, here's what I think happens. It's one group picks up the ball and runs with it as long as they can.
Right.
And then when they
Then
can
it's
no
time
longer
to
have
pass
the
the
ball,
baton.
somebody else picks up the ball.
Right.
And they run with it with as long
And
as
that's
they
the way
can.
it should go in a real life.
And I'm
but
okay with that.
It doesn't necessarily happen that way.
Well, I don't think it's a us or them kind of event. You know what I mean? It's a ours.
Right. It's a
these are
collaboration.
ours,
Right.
This is for
Right.
our kids.
But so many people get if it wasn't their idea, they don't want to take it on. It's so weird to me.
Okay. All right. Let me tell my tow truck driver what to do. Go ahead and just leave it there in the driveway wherever you need to leave it. Kevin, I'm not going to be able to get out there to direct you, but I know that I can get it started enough to move it to where I want it moved to. So he can just leave it in the backyard. Do you think that's okay?
Back here?
Yeah.
Is it going to block anybody?
It'll probably block you in. You'll have to stay here forever.
Oh, Lord.
I don't even know if he can get in the driveway.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Paul, put it
Lord,
on a two-shot. See if you can bring him through the field for me.
I can't be here forever. I have a life.
Well, I had the luxury of having Paul Jr. directing today.
Oh, okay.
You notice I'm not trying to do everything at the same time?
I like it.
I do, too.
I love you, Paul Jr.
It is just really, it's doable, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? When you're trying to set up the shots and take the shots and make sure you're in the shot and then talk at the same time.
Exactly.
It gets to be a little harrowing.
Yeah, and almost want to say.
No, never. I mean, I want to be able to do it. I think if I just keep doing it, I'll get better at it.
Okay, I got that.
And I haven't been doing it long enough to be better at it.
Yeah.
Yet,
Okay.
so.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, there we go.
Hey.
So we got this set up at the radio station like Do the Right Thing. You know that's what this is based off of.
Duh. I think it's amazing. I love it.
You know, and I can remember seeing that movie.
Yes.
Back in the day,
Yes.
and being just, wow.
Yeah, I think it's amazing to be able to do a radio show while watching what's happening in the community. I think that's amazing.
It is, and when we get people sitting on the picnic table, it makes it. We got somebody to talk about.
Yeah.
We're too nice.
I'll be like, oh, isn't that person a beautiful soul?
Isn't that person a beautiful soul?
Yeah.
So I am thinking about.
No. I need to know what happened with the dodgeball.
Dodgeball was fabulous. We did a flash dodgeball thing last night.
Okay.
And at first it was like four of us.
Four, okay.
Four of us. We took the generator down.
Okay.
We took the speaker down.
Okay.
I took a microphone down.
All
I
right.
started talking junk to people passing by.
Okay.
And we recruited 6 more people.
Awesome. So you had a real game going.
Well, yeah. Remember how you used to play baseball in the street?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, car?
Yeah.
That's what we did. So
I thought you were able to close and get
we
the
did.
street.
It's a guerrilla thing. It was a flash thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it wasn't
Okay.
pre-planned kind of
I like
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
My first thought was to block the street with the cars, but that's illegal.
Okay.
You know, and it's bad enough that we're in the street playing dodgeball, which is probably illegal as well. But the fact that we were shouting car and getting off the street just made me laugh. It made me chuckle.
That's what we do when we riding.
When you're
when cars are behind, we say car. Then we know that cars are approaching to do something different. Yeah.
I hadn't said that since we played touch football on Littlefield in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out the way because the car is coming.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Nice. So dodgeball's great, but we're planning on doing it on the regular.
Okay.
With the art
So
walk.
which means you're gonna have to get the
Yeah. We're gonna
Eventually.
we're gonna probably boost it up a little bit because
Okay.
the art walk is only once a month,
right.
and I'd like to do it every Friday
Really
and get it ramped up. And,
Okay.
And come June have some kind of big
to do.
competition. I think I'm gonna do a Facebook page or something
Okay.
and see if I can recruit some teams that way.
That would be great.
That sounds at least like a plan.
Yeah.
You do your taxes yet?
No.
You got real quiet.
Nope.
You got real quiet.
Sure didn't.
You didn't?
No.
What
I
are you
have
waiting
a couple
on?
of days.
What you waiting on?
I'm not. I mean,
So now, I've always been told that if you don't owe,
right.
the deadline doesn't matter.
Right.
If you owe,
You're right.
the deadline matters. So
It's a
do you know that you don't owe?
I know I don't owe. I know I was just gonna probably flat, even. Nothing. They give me nothing. I give them nothing.
Well, that's not bad. That's how,
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's how you want it to work out.
Right.
Zero-sum game,
Yeah,
right? Where
right.
it doesn't cost you and it doesn't cost.
Right.
But then you're still getting the services, though. How can you not pay taxes?
What services?
Oh, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force.
Because
Social
they've
Security.
taken all. That's the thing. They've already taken the taxes out.
Okay.
It's so weird that you even have to do that. They know all of your information. I digress.
Not at all. This is a talk show.
It's weird. It's just
It's
weird
weird.
to me because they have all of your information.
They gave you the information. They issued the Social Security number.
They did all of that. So
Right,
why do they?
Of course they have it. They gave it to you.
Right. So why do they need me to do? They already know everything.
Oh, the tax, the setup. Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
It
There's
doesn't
no
make
reason
sense.
For, yeah.
It's absolutely asinine.
There's no reason. What was the one guy that was running for president? What was his name? I want to say Ben Carson, but that's not it. It was the other guy,
What,
the pizza guy.
444 guy?
Yeah, it wasn't a 6999.
Oh, I don't know what it was.
Flat tax.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. What's his name?
I can't remember.
Oh my goodness, what happened to that crazy guy? I mean, I like the concept. I like the thought. I think Bernie's talking the same kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah.
A flat everybody tax.
Right.
Could you imagine if everybody paid the same? That would be so fabulous.
It would.
I mean, 10% is 10. I mean, the church got it. 10%.
Right.
So you get 10 to the church, 10 to the government, and 80% is yours.
Makes more sense to me.
I'll vote for you. You want to run?
No, thank you.
I heard somewhere that there was over 200 and something
Candidates.
African American women running for office.
Yeah.
Just a plethora.
A plethora.
What do you think causes that?
It's a need for change, and it's been ran a certain kind of way for so long. We need a huge change.
But are we running for the right offices? Are we voting for the right? I mean,
Most of them are local, so I think they're doing it right in their area. And I think once they do the local, they'll gradually go to the next level.
Okay.
They're getting the pinky toe wet.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm really not mad.
I
at
thought about it
that.
at one point.
Let me ask you about this Nipsey Hussle.
What about him?
Do you know of him?
Yes, we discussed this last week.
I know, but I'm still not. I can't think of a song.
Well, he's. I don't think he was ever
A performer.
signed to he may have been signed at one point, but he was an underground artist.
Okay.
But because he was so popular underground, people know who he is.
Well, that's an accomplishment unto itself.
Oh my God, it's just amazing. And then the things that he's done in his city has been remarkable.
Well, I had logged on, and they were showing a helicopter following the processional through Los Angeles.
Wow.
And I thought that was pretty
Did
cool.
you watch the funeral?
Did not.
Oh my God.
I am not a funeral watcher.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Aretha Franklin's funeral.
I didn't either. I'm not.
Or Prince's. Did Prince ever have a funeral?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't think so, actually, now that you mention it. If he did, I don't remember it at all.
Right. That would have been a funeral to
Yeah.
beat off funerals.
Now,
you would
Michael
think.
Jackson's,
Right.
I watched some of that.
What's the appeal?
I don't. Well, it should be a
A
celebration.
farewell
It
kind
should
of
be
thing?
a celebration.
For sure. And that was what
Yes.
Aretha Franklin's was, right?
And like I said, I didn't.
You didn't
see
watch
it.
that one?
Mm-mm. It should be a celebration. So we have flipped the script. It should be you should be sad that people are coming into this crazy world, and be excited when people leave, because they've done their job, regardless of.
I agree.
Yeah.
I told you my plan.
What's your plan?
I told you my plan.
I don't remember.
I'm going to have a destination funeral.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I am.
I don't understand that. I mean, what, they're gonna take your ashes or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah, we're going to burn. I'm going to get cremated here in Flint. We're going to put me in Dixie cups. And whoever shows up to the airport
Get a cup of you.
gets a Dixie cup of me. And whether it's Hawaii or Vegas or...
So you're gonna go to different spots?
I don't know. I don't think I want to tax them that much. I want them to get a vacation out of it.
Oh, interesting.
and
Are you paying for it?
I would hope so.
That would be fabulous.
Yes.
If you would pay for everybody's trip to do that for you.
Yes. There's only two people.
Oh. In my head, I saw like 100,000 people going.
I'm taking the rest of y'all with me. If I'm leaving, a whole bunch of folks is going. There's only going to be two left.
people left.
The one that pushed the button to cremate me and the one that
That's
flew
gonna
the
take-
plane.
Oh, mercy.
I think it'll be good. I just haven't decided the destination.
Oh, okay.
And maybe
Interesting.
the destination might be parajumping.
My goal is to have a dance party.
A dance party.
That's
The
what
Donna's Dead dance party.
I want them to ballroom and step and hustle and whatever you want to do. They need to be doing that.
Well, that would put a whole new meaning to dancing on someone's grave.
Okay.
Nice. At
I
the
want-
cemetery?
Everywhere they go.
I could see it at the cemetery.
I
That
want
would
it.
be
I want it
fabulous.
I want it everywhere that they
Could
go.
you imagine
Yeah, that would be so much
having a
fun.
nice little party in the
Yes.
cemetery?
Yes. Yes.
Cheese and wine.
Oh, I like it.
Candelabras.
Yes.
I see white lace blowing
I
in the wind.
like it.
We're going to hook you up, girl.
All right.
We're going to hook you up. Now, you paying
In
for
about
it.
100 years.
We need you to start saving up now.
Yes.
Because
we can do
that's probably a $15,000 funeral right
Sounds good. Sounds
there.
wonderful.
No casket. We're just going to take the casket money and turn it into a party.
Okay, sounds good to me.
That's brilliant. I think we need to call our friends over at Banks and see if they can start marketing these type of funeral setups.
They had that one show
Uh-oh.
when they were having people do their funerals. It was very odd.
Where they were being placed like in museum scenes, sitting on the
Yes,
couch
playing-
watching
right,
TV
playing
or playing
cards
dominoes.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it was so odd.
What'd you think about that?
It was very odd.
What'd you think about that? Would you do that?
No, I don't want to do that. That's creepy.
It is kind of creepy, isn't it?
It's very creepy.
But I mean, you would go to a museum and think nothing about
This
looking
is
at the
true.
diorama of,
This true.
Thomas Edison.
But it wasn't Thomas Edison. It was
A real cadaver,
right,
one. That is
right,
the
for
body.
one, the real person.
Right.
Weird.
I'm thinking maybe if they just chop off people's heads and put them on the mannequins, that would be better.
That's even freakier. So
You
ridiculous.
don't think that would work?
No.
And they're paying top dollar for that.
They were paying top dollar for it.
But they were all kind of like ghetto scenes.
It was.
So it just didn't match to me. You know what I
It
mean?
was just weird. It was weird. Very odd.
And you don't want to do the cryogenics? You don't want to be frozen?
No.
Why not? They might be able to fix you.
No, I'm good.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm
No?
good. No, thank you. No, because my spirit's going to live forever.
Well, I got that too. But
Yeah, I don't. What for?
because they might, it might just be a
My
Band-Aid.
spirit will live forever.
But it will live forever and ever if you
No,
freeze yourself.
No, thank you.
All right. So you've heard about the Mexican principle of death that you die 3 times.
Mm.
You haven't heard that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, girl. I thought it was fabulous. I actually added a 4th death.
Okay.
So they say that when you discover mortality,
Mm-hmm.
when you realize that death is coming,
Right.
that's 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Then when you physically die,
Okay.
that's the 2nd.
Okay.
And then the 4th is when your name,
Well, you
Is
said you
last
went from the
spoken.
2nd to the 4th.
oh, I'm sorry, the 3rd
Okay.
is when your name
It's
is last spoken.
last spoken.
Right. So I think I want to add that your funeral.
Well, okay. Well, I got one more. So every time someone speaks of you, you're resurrected.
You would think that too.
Yeah.
Right. Every time there might be some, what do they call it? Half-life
Right.
on somebody calling your name. All right, somebody
Yeah.
said your name Thursday, you're good for another year.
Right. Yeah. So.
I agree, but I thought it was sensible.
Right. So that's why I think, and that's why they pour libations, because every time you say your name, you live again,
Right.
and you quench
Life.
the thirst.
Right.
Yeah.
The lifeblood.
Amazing.
You know, we know what we don't know, and we don't know why we know it, but sometimes you just know.
No. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Let me remind people that listen to the WFOV 92.1 LPF in Flint. It's Our Voices Radio. We're a community service of Flint Odyssey House, and we're always looking for stories of recovery, stories of overcoming addiction. So if you have one of those stories, if you have been through it and have made what they say when you're going through hell, don't stop.
Keep going, because at the end of the rainbow,
Keep going.
it's going to be something better.
Exactly. So if you have one of those stories that you'd like to share with us, please feel free to give us a call at 810-259-9789. That's 810-259-9789. You know what I was going to tell you?
What?
I just remembered. I had forgotten,
Uh-huh.
but I remembered that I forgot.
And then you remember it
And
again.
then in remembering that I forgot, I remembered.
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm planning a guy's weekend.
Really?
I am. I got a couple buddies. I know you probably
What
know
are you
'em.
doing? Fishing?
You kidding? We wouldn't do anything that crazy.
Flying?
We're going to go somewhere. We're going to go. So, you know Lee Williams? Remember Lee Williams? I don't
That's
know.
one of my favorite people.
You like Lee?
I like Lee.
I think he likes you too.
I think he does too.
I brought your name up and he smiled. It was over the phone, but I just assumed he smiled. So I'm calling Brother Lee Williams. I'm calling, you remember Lonnie Galden?
The name doesn't ring a
Lonnie.
bell.
He was in the city at the same time in Parks and Rec when we
Okay.
started doing all the
Okay.
Juneteenth Kwanzaa stuff. And then my boy Jesse Peck.
I don't remember him either.
You don't know Jesse. Jesse, one of the singers from Unique.
Oh, I probably know
He's
him.
in the Spinners now with Marvin Taylor. They're part of the Spinners.
Okay.
So I've called those 3 guys in
Okay.
September,
So what you doing? Where you going?
New York City.
Ooh, interesting.
We decided not to go on the weekend. I think we're going to go
I
midweek.
like it. Yeah, I think
gonna
you
be
enjoy yourself better.
Like Monday
Yeah.
2 Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, I mean, I haven't seen Lee probably. Wait a minute, I did see Lee. We drove through Atlanta, and we stopped and got a Coney Island with Lee.
Okay.
And that's the last time I saw him.
All right.
And then I saw Lonnie after we got arrested in Memphis about 5 years.
What?
Well,
What did you
almost
say?
got arrested in Memphis.
Who almost got arrested?
Oh, girl, I didn't tell you that story.
What happened?
Is anybody listening?
Nah,
Just
It's
between
just
you?
between
Just
you and
between
I. In Memphis, of all places.
Memphis. Driving my sister's inheritance from my dad's demise, right? Had a U-Haul and a truck full of trinkets and bobbies and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And they pulled us over. They thought we were transporting drugs.
Really?
Me and my dumb butt, just being the video producer, right? I had gadgets.
Right.
So I had run a camera to the back of the U-Haul trailer and had duct taped it on the back to get some
footage.
what I call B-roll. Well, they thought that was a cop spotter and pulled us over.
Wow. So their imagination was running wild.
Running wild.
They watched way too much TV
in
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Get out of here.
What's with the camera? I'm a television producer. Oh. Can we look at
that?
Yeah.
Can you prove that?
Can we look at me? You can look all you want. Go for it. So I hadn't seen Lonnie since that incident. Since that incident. And Jesse, I see every once in a while. He drops. He's down in Inkster, so that's not as big a deal.
Right.
But I'm thinking about inviting my kids to come.
I think that would be great.
What do you think?
I think that would be great. I think they will enjoy that. I think anytime that you can do a multi-generational event is amazing because they get to hear stories and that's how they develop their story. So I think it would be an amazing thing to do an intergenerational event.
Yeah, my kids are no strangers to New York, so
Right.
So the trip wouldn't be the highlight of the event.
Right. The highlight would be
The
the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Let me
think that
see
would
if
be
these boys-
fabulous.
Let me see if they want to go.
Yeah.
I got to get something fixed to go with. I got nothing. Do you know I went from 4 vehicles
To 1.5.
to 1.
And a half.
Not even a half. He called me his stuff. He can't get the hood open.
I'm talking about this one.
Oh, this one? The Subaru?
it-
The scooter.
Yeah.
I
1.5.
1.5. I forgot about the scooter. But it's been an amazingly easy
Transition.
downgrade. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult, but I find that this home-based business thing
Is amazing.
is amazing.
You don't have to go nowhere to get your work done.
I stand out my back door and yawn, and I'm at work.
You're at work.
I'm at work. But
That's the transition I'm trying to make.
No, because every time you walk in your house, you're at work.
But that's okay.
No, because you got to have a sanctuary. You got to have some place that's not,
Well,
that doesn't turn you into work.
if you love what you do, it does not matter.
I understand that, but you still, even to be effective at what you love to do.
Well, that's why you leave home and
the
come
forest
back.
for the trees kind of thing.
Right.
You know
That's
what
true.
I mean?
I get that.
And,
right.
and you can't afford to do London, you know what I mean, twice a year. You can't afford to do Chicago twice a month. You know what I mean? But you could go to your bedroom and close the door.
But you don't have to make
The white room or something.
But see, this is the thing. You have to have this is my workspace. Just a workspace. And once you leave that space, you don't do work. You turn your head away from work.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Because if that be the case, people have jobs that they go to every day and they take them everywhere they go. Once they get home, they're still working. So it becomes a discipline, period.
Right, that's true. It's the person and not the place.
Right.
It's the person and not the place.
Right. Just like when people say, I'm moving out of Flint because Flint is this and Flint is that, and then they go somewhere else and they find the same thing because it's not Flint. It's you. Until you change your mentality of what you see, what you think, you're going to carry that no matter where you go.
there's something to be said about scratching your butt, looking in the refrigerator at 3 o'clock in the morning, and working. There's something to be said about that. There's a joy.
And also, how about this? What about having 5 streams of passive income where the money is just working for you and you get to play all day?
That's brilliance.
Oh,
That's brilliance, and,
man.
and that's something we need to be teaching our kids from day one.
Day one.
Day
Before
one.
they can say, Mama,
Yeah, 5 streams.
5 streams of not just residual, passive residual income.
Yes.
Where it makes money and you have not to lift one hand to do any labor.
That is lacking in our trainings.
It is. In everybody's training.
And it's amazing how embarrassed people are to talk about their finances.
Yeah.
It's taboo.
And it's
people will tell you who they slept with last night, but they won't tell you how much they make.
And that's by design.
It is.
Whatever you keep a secret haunts you. When you can talk about a thing, it frees you up.
I agree.
So set it free. Let it loose.
My dad was so appalled at me. Early on in the 80s, Channel 12 did a story about me and my multiple jobs and how I was surviving the 80s.
Right.
And I told him I was making like 20 grand, and this is what I do, and that is what. And my father thought I had just shot somebody.
Really?
How, why would you ever tell people how much money you make?
But but at that generation, everything was a secret.
Yeah.
Everything was a secret, and that's how we lost a lot of important information. No one was passing stories, and we are storytellers by nature.
And I think that's almost the wedlock story. We notice all these babies being born out of wedlock.
Right.
Well, they're not hiding anymore.
They're not hiding
Back
anymore.
in the day, they used to send them down south to
right
with
until
Auntie
they were
May,
right
until that baby came back and that was her brother.
Right. Right.
Or her cousin or whatever.
Right.
But
right.
that doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen anymore.
When I was listening to somebody tell me the makeup of their family, it was like, oh well, he's got 4 kids from his first wife, and then he's got 2 kids from his girlfriends. No, from his girlfriends.
Right.
And I'm like, wow. That's just so much to keep up with. That's a whole lot of people at the doctor's office.
Right. You're right.
It's amazing.
Right. Wow.
But is it a bad thing? That's what I was trying to do.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just a thing.
I thought it was a bad thing.
Well, a lot of times we were taught
exactly, and
things are a bad thing.
That's what it ended up coming down to.
And it's not a bad or a good thing. It just is. Until we stop putting labels on things, we're gonna have issues.
We gotta put labels on things.
Not
Come on, it's just
necessarily.
like you trying to say you're not prejudiced or bigoted, or that's just not true. Everybody is.
We have some prejudice, but we don't have to be judgmental.
Well,
we
it's a
need
matter
to
of
get
what
to
you do
know
with it's a matter of
before
what you do with it.
right before we start making judgment calls upon people. Get to know that person, and then you know for sure.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Make your judgment call, and then have them change it.
That's just like saying you're guilty before you're being proven innocent.
No.
And that's unfair.
No, I want to say that the judgment call is veiled. It's thin. It's not cast. It's not strong. It's just your first impression, and you're waiting for it to either be substantiated
you know what?
or debunked.
I can understand that because a lot of times I can come across a person and my spirit says,
Not you.
My spirit said, let me tell you what happened. My spirit said, and me saying, oh, shut up. Ain't nothing wrong with that person.
Right.
The more I'm around that person, my spirit was right that first time. I should have said, with my spirit.
And that's that intuition.
That's that intuition.
That's that first gut feeling. And like I said, you get it, and you're waiting for it to either be confirmed.
No, I literally just put it, I hear it, I take it, and it's like, no, you're crazy. I set it aside.
Okay.
And it does not come back to me until they show their self, the true self of that person. I'm like, that's why I felt that way at the beginning.
So, yeah, just what I just said. You're waiting for it to be proven or debunked.
No, I'm not even wait. I don't even realize it until it happens that I have that thought.
Right, but once it happens,
Yeah, I guess.
you have been waiting, you know.
I wasn't waiting. I was hoping for the better. That's
And
why I
see,
put
the
it
fact
down.
that you had to hope
That's
for the better
that's
meant
just
that you
that.
believed the worst.
No, I didn't believe. If I believed the worst, I would have never given them an opportunity.
Okay. I feel you.
Yeah. So I have. I guess I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing or just a thing. I always give people the benefit of the doubt right off the bat. And then some people disappoint every time. That's the
So
part
how do you
that's
fix
hurtful.
that? How do you fix that? Can you? I
Start
mean,
listening.
don't you just naturally by doing that end up raising your threshold of pain, your tolerance?
Not
level?
really, because I'm learning again. I'm trying to subscribe to the four agreements. Never take it because whatever they do to me has nothing to do with me. That's their issue.
Right.
So I never take anything personal. Be impeccable with my words. Do the best do the best that I can do. And one more I can't remember.
I got to go back to how you can't take things personal.
Because whatever someone does to you has nothing to do with you.
I mean,
That's their scenario.
it's personally what they think of your relationship or how they should interact with you.
But
There's
that-
got to be a better way to say don't let it affect you or don't,
Right. But
don't get defensive about
right.
their
but
issues
once,
with you.
Right. Because that's the definition once you go into it.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives it just doesn't just say that.
Okay.
It gives it a definition on how to apply that,
Okay.
which is don't let what they do to you affect you.
I learned that a long time ago. Nobody can make you mad.
Nobody can make you
Nobody
mad.
can make you anything.
Nobody. It's your reaction
You
to
choose.
you. Yeah,
You
everything
choose.
is a choice.
You could have laughed. You
Yeah.
could have cried. You
Yeah.
could have swung.
Yeah.
You could have shot.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
chose.
You chose.
I used to tell
And
people
that's the lack of conflict resolution.
that people don't understand that that's their choice.
Yeah, people don't. They feel that you literally made me hit you
Wow.
because they take things that personal.
Saw a YouTube video. A guy had his Lamborghini got hit on the highway.
What happened?
See, you guys got the same kind of attitude that the cop had.
What?
The police officer was very condescending and very
Condescending about what?
to the owner of the Lamborghini.
Why?
He was discriminating against the rich guy.
I think that's ridiculous. I would have been excited, and if he would have said, "You know what? Don't even worry about it," I would have been even more impressed.
Oh, if you could have seen, and I had turned the volume, at this point I had turned the volume up. The guy's buddy is saying, "Oh man, your car, you saved so long for that car," and blah, blah, blah.
He said, "This is this is material thing. My life is more important."
Oh no, he didn't go there. He said it's totaled and blah, blah, blah. And the guy said, no, it's not totaled. But the bottom line is the police officer, you could see as he was walking up that he
And you know
he
why?
was annoyed.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they don't pay them enough.
They don't.
So when they see people, average people living their lives, they are angry because they are doing all of this life-threatening stuff and they're being paid pennies. Period. And
why would anybody even take the job? Why would anybody take the job?
Why would any? Because,
when I can work
because
at Taco Bell
and
not get shot at.
and get paid the same amount of money.
It's amazing.
It's
We got 60
absolutely
seconds to say
asinine.
goodbye, Donna.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys until next week. I love you, and remember, you are anything that you say that you are. If you say I am whatever, you are that. So make sure you use that wisely.
All right, I lied. We got 60 seconds now. I didn't want you using all the time up.
Okay.
And I read the wrong clock. Listen, guys, thanks for listening to Eclectic Ramblings. We want to encourage you guys, if you're interested or have an interest at all in doing what we do, maybe you have some friends and buddies you'd like to put on the air. Maybe you're a singer, a performer, or a poet. We want to know where you are. 810-259-9780. It's 810-259-9789. And while you're listening, I need you guys to go to our YouTube site, Spectacle TV on YouTube. Subscribe, hit notify. Tell your friends. They're going to stop my live streams if I don't get 1,000 subscribers. So I need you guys to hook me up.
Yay.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Donna, you do it 3 times.
Okay.
All right? Mom, all the good I do is because of you. Bye, everybody.
Chevelle for Recovery Radio.